Hey everybody, you already know what it is. It's your girl Shy, and yes, I am back with another video, y'all. I miss you guys so much. This is just like a quick life update video, y'all, about what's been going on, y'all. Your girl has been going through it these past few, I want to say like 2 weeks or so. It's been a lot, and as you can see by that thumbnail, and as you see by that title, y'all, you already know what today is going to be about. So, y'all, your girl had an eye infection. Yes, it might not look like it now, but trust me, when I show these pictures and videos and stuff, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all what that was looking like. Y'all gonna be like, "Shy, what did you do to your face? How did that happen?" So like, I want to do a video just to like touch bases with y'all because I had a lot of videos and stuff I was supposed to be doing, but y'all, my eye was like, it went through some stuff, y'all, and y'all gonna see exactly what I'm talking about. So if you're not subscribed already, welcome to the family. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also hit that notification bell so that way you're notified every time your girl uploads another video. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. So y'all, we have a lot to get to. So if you guys want to see exactly how I went from this to now this, I know you can kind of see my eyes getting better. Let's keep on watching. So y'all, it all started on like, I think it was like a Wednesday. It was like the July 23rd. I think that was a Wednesday. Yeah. So like I noticed that I was getting like, put my glasses down a little bit. I was starting to get like 2 bumps right on my eye, and it was like really itching and like stuff like that. And like with me, I have bad allergies, so I'm thinking it's just like regular, seasonal allergies or whatever. Like I live near a whole bunch of grass. I had my bedroom window up just a little bit, so since my bed frame is like right like next to my window, I figured that's where it came from. But when the doctor told me exactly what it was, I was like, girl, what happened? What did you do? But yeah, like my eye was like really itching really bad, and I'm like, what's going on? I'm trying to like ignore it because they say like if that happens, don't touch your eye, try not to touch it. Like me, I'm like, bunk all that. I'm trying to scratch. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my eye. I'm like, what in the world is this? And I noticed that the bumps were like red, y'all. It was red. So I'm like, what did I do? Like, I know I didn't get bit or nothing. And that day, I barely went anywhere. The only thing I really did pretty much like outside was like I went to the gym, and the fitness center is right here in my complex, so I didn't go far. I didn't think a mosquito or anything like that bit me in my eye, so I'm like, well, what's going on? Like, because my eye was like itching really bad. It didn't really feel like a normal like mosquito bite, something like it felt like something like different than what I normally would have. So y'all, that ended up becoming a huge issue, y'all. Mind you, the next day was the 24th, and it was my uncle's funeral, and I was supposed to be singing for the funeral. So that night, me and my mom, we were kind of like going over what we was going to sing, and my eye was just itching. I'm trying to like, practice the song, and like my eye just, was bothering me all night. I was telling my mom, I'm like, Mom, if I can't do it, like if I wake up tomorrow, my eye is like really itchy like this, I'm not going to the funeral. Like I don't know what they're gonna do, but I can't do it. Like I can't do it. So then my mom like, okay, just see how you're gonna feel in the morning, blah blah blah. Y'all, when I woke up, this is how my eye was looking. This is how my eye was looking, y'all. I'm like, what in the world happened to my eye? Mind you, it was itching the day before. Something like it was just going to be like 2 bumps. It was like 2 little bumps on, like kind of like slanted on my eye, scratching. It was like really red. Then my whole eyelid was like really red by the time, me and my mom was practicing the song. And then I'm not thinking no more of it. It was just like itching really bad. I'm like, okay, maybe it'll get better. Maybe if I put some like anti-itch cream or something on it, maybe that'll work. But then I didn't have any. I'm like, okay, should I go to the pharmacy, get what I need, blah, blah, blah. Trying to figure out what exactly is going on with my eyes. So I'm like, I'm really not trying to think too much into it. But y'all, it was bothering me, y'all. I had no other choice but to think about it, but to like scratch real good because, I mean, it was a lot going on with my eye. It was a lot going on. So then, y'all, I woke up to my eye looking like this, and it was like, girl, what did you do? My eye was like swollen shut. I knew that was going to happen because I'm like, something is not right with my eye. Something is not right. I'm like, oh no, I need to go to the emergency room. I need to go to like urgent care or something. My eye was swollen shut, y'all. It was itching really bad. I didn't get like a burning sensation until the next day, but we just want to stick with the timeline, y'all. So my eye was swollen shut. I'm like, Mom, I can't do the funeral. I can't go. I don't know what they're gonna do. Like, please, tell my aunt, I'm sorry I couldn't be able to do it, blah, blah, blah. Y'all, I was just like really upset because I really wanted to be there for my family, but I just couldn't. My eye was like swollen shut. I couldn't be up there singing like that. I couldn't scratch it. I couldn't, and if I walk into church with glasses on, people gonna be like, Shy, like, even though people normally do that for funerals, kind of like, but I don't know. It was just like it would have been obvious like something was going on with my eye. I just didn't want that attention. I just didn't want that. I'd rather just stay home and figure out what exactly was going on with my eye. So y'all, when my mom, my family came back from the funeral, and my mom, she just took me to urgent care when they had came back. We went to urgent care. The first, of course, they doing your height, your weight, all that good stuff in the beginning. And then when the doctor came in, the doctor was like, when I took my sunglasses off, she was like, she was kind of surprised. And I think she kind of knew exactly what it was. But when she started to do like the, I don't know the dye that she put, but it was like this orange. It used to be like an orange tissue, but it was like an orange kind of like dye, kind of like, I guess they drop it in your eye to kind of marinate. So that way when they do like the eye exam, the actual eye test for your eye, they can actually get like a good view of what's going on your eyeball, just to make sure nothing is scratched, or make sure like whatever it is that's irritating the eye is like, they can spot out the problem right then and there. When she did what she had to do, mind you, it was hurting because like I told y'all, my eye was swollen shut. And then, she tried to pry it open. She did what she could, put the dye on. She said, yeah, it's like a mild case of shingles. When she said shingles, my whole body was like, I was shaking. My anxiety went like, pew, like, I was really upset because my grandma had the shingles. And I remember what she was going through when she had the shingles in her body. She was in excruciating pain, like it was like a burning sensation. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have that same exact experience as far as my eye. And I'm like, oh Lord, what am I gonna do? Because I was like really, really scared. I didn't know what was gonna happen to my eye. I was really upset. I was crying. I was like really nervous. My blood pressure, they had to keep, switching arms because the reading was like way off, I guess. They was asking me like, do you have a history of high blood pressure and like, kidney disease, heart problem, or anything like your family? I'm like, well, no, I don't think I have it, but my mom has high blood, my grandma, blah, blah, blah. So it's no like issue with me, right? So they saying that my blood pressure was kind of like, it wasn't super high, but it was high. They was saying, and I was just telling them that I did have kind of like some chicken that was kind of like too salty. I was saying like, could that be it? And they were saying like, no, because it's normally like, your high blood pressure is not going to spike right away as soon as you eat something really salty, so it couldn't be that. They was telling me that basically, I guess because I was like really nervous about the whole situation, like my anxiety was like way up, that can contribute to your high blood pressure and like, your pressure being up and like, I guess spiking because of like the nervousness and stuff like that. So after that, the doctor was saying that she wanted to get another set of eyes just to make sure that what she saw is what she saw. She did see like I did have an infection on my eye. She did say that it was a mild case. It wasn't a severe case, thank God, but it was a mild case of the shingles on my eye. And while she's talking, I'm like, where did this come from? I never had like chicken pox or like shingles like symptoms or any like signs of that before. I'm like, well, where in the world did this come from? It don't just appear like how it did. Like, where in the world did it come from? So I'm trying to figure out what exactly is going on while she's talking. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to remain calm, but if you know me, like nervousness is just like, that's me. Like I get nervous really fast. I really get like anxious really fast. So I was trying to remain calm, but considering the situation, if y'all was in my shoes, y'all would get it too. So yeah, when the second doctor came in, she confirmed it. When she did the same test, she put eye drops in, and she did her own exam as far as like just to make sure what the first doctor saw is what it is, just to make sure they give me the proper diagnosis and the proper medicine, stuff like that. So when she looked in, she said, yeah, it's definitely shingles. Like she told the other doctor, like, yeah, like it's definitely like shingles. So I'm listening to them. I'm like, oh my God. My heart was just like doom, doom, doom. Like I was nervous, y'all. I was really nervous. So while she was talking, I just couldn't help but think about, my grandma's situation as far as like when she had the shingles. So I'm like, oh Lord, I really do not want to go through this. I don't want to lose my eyesight. Like I don't want to, deal with that life struggle. Thank God I don't have the issues now. Like I'm fine now, but then I was like really scared. So after that, the doctor had told me what it was. Like it was a mild case of the shingles. She prescribed me with some antibiotics. It's like a really long name, so I might try to pronounce it. It was some antibiotics that I had to take just to handle the situation. I had to do this for 10 days. Urgent care, they have prescribed me with that medicine only like I want to say like 5 milligrams each tablet, and I have to do that for 3 times 3 times every day, so like 3 tablets, like 3 pills a day. So I was doing like 9 o'clock, then 2 o'clock, then 8 o'clock, something like that, just to kind of like spread it throughout the day. So y'all, fast forward, after that I went to my pharmacy, got the medicine. The next day, y'all, I started getting like really bad pain in my eye. Never experienced this in my life, y'all. I started getting like a burning sensation in my eye. I'm like, oh no. So I'm thinking like the medicine was going to work. I'm like, no. My mom was like, do you want to go to the emergency room? I was kind of being like kind of hesitant about going because I really didn't want to be bothered with the whole emergency room. I didn't want to be there all day. I know how emergency rooms can be sometimes. So I didn't want to do that, but we ended up going anyway because that pain in my eye, y'all, and I'm so glad that I did. But we ended up getting there. I want to say like it was like almost 9:30. It was like 9:30ish, 10. No, let me take that back. It was at least like 8 o'clock. We left around like 11:30ish, like right before 12. So I want to say we got there about like 8:30 because we didn't stay there long, but it was kind of a minute. Like we've been there for a minute, at least like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So I want to say like a good, I guess 8:39, something like that. It was when we first got to the emergency room. So we got there, and the urgent care people, they was telling me that they was already going to send my information to the emergency room just in case something like this happened. And thank God they did, because when I got there, the lady already knew my information. She was already kind of telling me that they already had me in the system they was already kind of prepared for the situation. After I did my little check-in thing, they told me to wait in the waiting room. So me and my mom was just kind of like waiting around. And then when it was finally my turn to go back there, y'all, me and my mom, we went back there in the exam room, and the nurse did her thing. She asked me a whole bunch of questions about my medical history, stuff like that, because it was my first time going to this hospital since we moved here about a year ago. He was asking me like a lot of questions as far as like that is concerned. And then after that, she told me the doctor was going to come in soon. So when it was his turn to come in, I took my sunglasses off and he kind of saw what was going on with my eye. And I'm like so embarrassed and like ashamed. I was like irritated. I was sad, mad, all that, y'all. When the doctor saw my eye, he explained to me, because I'm trying to figure out, like, I never had shingles. He asked me if I had shingles. He asked me if I had the chicken pox before. I'm like, no, I've never had that stuff in my life. So he was telling me sometimes like a person can have chicken pox or the shingles in their spine, and they can lie dormant, and because of like stress or whatever a person has going on, it will cause the shingles that's dormant to flare. So apparently I had shingles or whatever in my spine that was dormant, and because I've been under a lot of stress, y'all. I'm not even gonna hold you. I've been worrying about a lot. I've been doing a lot. I've been like under attack as far as my anxiety is concerned, y'all. So just about that, just keep me in prayer, y'all, because I've been going through it these past few weeks. I'm like, not even just these few weeks, like the past few months has been kind of like mentally exhausting. Like I'm just like completely over a lot of stuff, and this has been a lot, y'all. So maybe that could have been it. But he was saying like because of stress, lack of sleep, whatever it is, and lack of sleep and stuff. I mean, he was saying that kind of like caused the shingles to flare. So when he said that, when he left the room, he said he was going to go get like the eye exam machine thing. He'll be right back. So when he left, I burst into tears, y'all. I was so upset. And here's why I was crying. I was upset because I'm like, I literally caused stuff that really shouldn't matter to me to matter, and caused my health to be all out of whack, to the point where I had a mild case of shingles in my right eye. And I promise you, this would be my last time ever, having a mild case of shingles in my right eye. And I shouldn't, I promise you, this would be my last time ever having a mild case of shingles in my right eye. And I promise you, this would be my last time ever having a mild case of shingles in my right eye. And I shouldn't, I promise you, this would be my last time ever having a mild case of shingles in my right eye. And I shouldn't, I promise you, this would be my last time ever having a mild case of shingles in my right eye. And I shouldn't, I promise you, this would be my last time ever having a mild case of shingles in my right eye. And I shouldn't, I promise you, this would be my last time ever having a mild case of shingles in my right eye. And I shouldn't, I promise you, this would be my last time ever having a mild case of shingles in my right eye. And I shouldn't, I promise you, this would be my last time ever having a mild case of shingles in my right eye. And I shouldn't, I promise you, this would be my last time ever having a mild allowing something to cause me to be this stressed to the point where my eye is flaring. Like, it should never be this serious, no matter what the situation is. Your health is more important, your wellness is more important. You should never allow everyday life situations and stresses or whatever it is that's going on to affect your health. Your health is more important before anything else, before money, before love, before anything else. Your health is more important. So yeah, y'all, the doctor, he came in, he did the exam thing, the same thing as the urgent care doctor. The orange dye in my eye, he put the blue light in my eye just to make sure that everything was okay. So he said, thank God that the cornea of my eye is not ruined, it's not torn or anything. So there's no tear, there's no like damage to my eye. I'm like, thank you, Lord. So when he said that, I was like, okay, that's, one stress out the way. So he was definitely saying that it was because of stress. So he also told me that the dosage of the medicine that the urgent care doctors had gave me was actually less than what I needed. I was actually supposed to be doing 1,000 milligrams. So basically 1 gram of that medicine 3 times a day. So altogether, I was supposed to be doing 3,000 milligrams of that medicine a day. The urgent care people, they did not prescribe me the right dosage. It was the right medicine, but it was the wrong dosage. So for real, I'm like, can I sue them? I'm like, China. But I'm like, cause that's serious. Like, how are you a doctor and here it is, I'm coming to you for help about my situation and you're not prescribing me the right dosage? Does that make sense, y'all? I didn't think so. The doctor, he basically gave me a new script. So he was telling me like the medicine I already had at home, just to take 2 of them since it's 500. So it just take 2 of them to make it that 1,000. I was taking 2 of them 3 times a day. So altogether it was 6 pills. 2 in the morning, 2 in the like around 2 o'clock, and then 2 right before I went to sleep at around 8. Yeah, 8 o'clock was when my PM, the nighttime pill. So then after he kind of explained that, he said he was going to give me another script so that way when that medicine runs out, I have the proper, dosage of the same medicine. After that, after we left the emergency room, I was kind of like, I wasn't all the way, fine with it, because he definitely told me to definitely schedule a doctor's appointment, like an eye doctor appointment. So I was not playing. Actually, I had told him that I already scheduled one for the next day. So he didn't even have to tell me that because I already had one scheduled. Because I'm like, oh no, I need to figure out what's going on. So he said, good, definitely go to your appointment. So thank God I already had an appointment. It was available for the next morning. Perfect. So we went home. I did what I had to do, took my PM medicine. Even with finding out exactly what's going on with my eye, I was still stressing. The very thing that caused it in the first place. I know, right? I'm just like trying to remain calm, but it was just like my anxiety was like, what if? But sometimes we need to come out of that what if mindset and just believe that God is going to do what he has to do and not worry about it. Because if we worry about it, it's not going to benefit us in any type of way. We're just going to be constantly upset, constantly stressed and worried about what's going on. We're not going to be, satisfied if we want to keep stressing about it. So y'all, moving forward, the next day, I finally went to an eye doctor appointment, which was that morning. I checked in, and then it's crazy because imagine like let's say you cover one of your eyes, you're trying to write or you're trying to text or anything. Normally you would need 2 eyes to kind of like clearly see everything, but it was a struggle. I'm not even gonna hold you. It was a struggle to write. I could write with no problem. Like nothing was wrong with my hands. It was just more so seeing it. It was just so frustrating because I want to see it completely, but because I only had one of my eyes, it was kind of tough. I did what I had to do. I, filled out the information, the form that I needed because I was a new patient. That was pretty much it. And then soon after, the assistants, they called me back there, Miss Shira, they call me by my last name. I'm gonna say Miss Shira for now. They called me back there to be seen, and y'all, I was again nervous because I wasn't sure what the actual eye doctor, what he was gonna say about it. I'm just like hopeful that I would get the clarity that I need as far as my eye health and like my vision altogether, making sure I'm not going to lose my eye. So when I first got there, I was kind of tired because it was an early morning appointment, but I'm like, let's just get this over with. So I went in, they took me in the exam room. Once I was finished that form, the initial form when I first got there, I did like a basic, like, the eye exam with the letters. You have to like cover one eye just to make sure you can see the actual chart. So I did that. I actually aced it, surprisingly. But with this eye, I guess I didn't ace it because this eye, it was kind of like a little, I could still see it, but it was very hard to like fully see it. It was frustrating, and I didn't want to like ruin my eye even more than what it was already doing, trying to force myself to try to see it. So I did what I could, and I felt like I did a good job with the eye exam considering my situation. So after I did the eye exam, you guys, that was pretty much it. The doctors gave me my instructions to keep taking that medicine and to it was like this ointment stuff I had to put like in my eye 3 times a day, as well as like the medicine. Like while I'm doing the medicine, do the ointment. So that was my instructions. He said in a few days you should see like some changes in your eye, which was good because that ended up happening. So that was pretty much it, y'all. So after all of that at the doctor's office, the days went by. I kept doing my medicine, kept doing the ointment stuff, and then I started to notice that my eye was, it was getting a little better. I decided to finally go outside just to get some air, just to walk around the complex, just for a few minutes, just to like, clear my head, just to kind of, calm my nerves, calm my anxiety, just to go walking. I noticed that my eye was getting a little better, so which was, some improvement. Then my eye ended up being completely better after I want to say it took like a total of at least about a week. At least about a week. But I'm so glad that I was able to go to the doctor, go to the urgent care, figure out what was going on, look at my eye and see exactly what was going on with my eye. Like, why is this even happening in the first place? And I'm so glad that I was able to go to the doctor, the emergency room, my eye doctor appointment, all of it, just to make sure my eye was good. And thank God I did not ruin my eye and my vision. I'm able to clearly see, so which is good. So throughout this whole entire process with my eye, I was losing hope. Like, God, where in the world did this come from? Like, I don't think I'm gonna get better because I was in pain. It was itching really bad. Like, I wanted to scratch it. But I'm so glad that, I was able to see the results from the medicine, and I was able to kind of like calm down and just like let the medicine do its job and not keep stressing about it. I was able to do the medicine, do what I have to do, and make sure that my eye was good to go. And I'm glad I did. And I'm glad I was able to get everything I needed for my eye. And y'all, guess what? One of my videos actually went not viral, but it kind of blew up. Like, I didn't know that I was gonna get that many views, but I kind of like, if y'all go look on my Instagram, you'll know what I'm talking about. I kind of like took everybody step by step on like what exactly I was doing as far as my eye, like how did this happen, so I'm glad I was able to share with the world what happened to my eye and just to spread a little light on the situation. And guess what, y'all, come to find out, it was actually a lot of people that actually went through the same thing I went through. So some people were saying it was like a spider bite. I'm like, no. And then another person was saying like it's definitely shingles, which then they were spot on. A few people said it was shingles, and they had said the medicine that I actually was taking. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm actually taking that medicine now. So like, just the fact that I was able to connect with people I don't even know about this, even though it's a bad situation, but I was able to connect and share story. We were able to share stories about the situation. That was a beautiful thing. And I hope one day that as I grow as a content creator, I'm able to connect with other people I don't know about other topics and other things that we go through every single day. So y'all, I think from this whole experience with my eye, I've learned so much. The number one thing I definitely learned, because I know this video kind of long, but just to kind of wrap up the video, the number one thing I learned, y'all, was to not allow little things to become big things, and don't allow stress of life to overtake you, to make you feel like you're overwhelmed. Yes, we're going to be overwhelmed, and it's going to feel like life is too much right now. You're going to be like mentally checked out, like you're just done with a lot of stuff. But we can't let stuff like that cause us to be so stressed and so sad and so angry to the point where our health is being, tested. It's just like we have to take life for what it is. We have to take baby steps, and we have to realize like everything is it's not a speed course. You're going to have to go through some things. You're going to have to cut some people off if you have to. You're going to have to experience life on a whole new level that you may not be ready for. But guess what? You have friends, you have family, and even if you don't have a circle or a good support system around around you, go to God. God is that support system. You used to pray and ask God to kind of like release all the anxiety and the feeling of like, oh my God, what is going on? Because I'm telling y'all, I was really going through it mentally, and I was just like so done, because I remember this happened years ago before, but my eye was like bigger than what it was, y'all. This isn't the first time I've experienced this as far as like my eye is concerned, but the first time they never said it was shingles or anything. They just said it was like a sty. But when they said shingles, that was when my anxiety kind of like, because I didn't want to lose my vision, y'all. I think that was the most important thing I really was focusing on. So I'm so glad that I was able to, get the information I needed for my eye and to be able to take care of my vision, as well as, being on top of my health. Because I'm getting older. When we were kids, our mom was on top of our health, like making sure that we had everything we needed. But now that we're grown, yeah, we got to do what we have to do. It don't stop. Taking care of you don't stop. You have to always make sure that you come first, before work, before friends and family, before your love life, before anything. Make sure you good. Okay? Make sure you good. So y'all, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you all so much for reaching out to me, for the love, the genuine love. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much for reaching out. Everyone that was under that video that kind of went viral, that was like sharing their stories with me, I'm like, whoa, y'all, like, I'm so glad that I'm not alone. I feel bad because the situation was definitely real, but I'm glad I wasn't alone in the situation. And I had people that I don't even know that was testifying to me about the situation and how they were able to kind of come out of it. So yeah, y'all, this is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, you guys, and always turn on that post notification bell so that way you're notified every time I upload another video, y'all. I love you so much. Stay tuned for more content coming up this week, and so on and so forth, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love you all. Peace out. Pretty taught me ugly lessons. Pretty had me giving more than I was getting.